What if the secret to wealth isn't a secret at all? What if it's not about a massive inheritance, a lucky lottery ticket, or even a six-figure salary, but a simple set of daily habits that anyone can copy? You see, the real gap between the rich and everyone else isn't just about money in the bank. It's a gap in mindset and action. And the most empowering part, these are things you can start doing today, no matter where you're starting from. Welcome to Finance Habit, where we decode the patterns of prosperity. In this video, we're pulling back the curtain on the 5 powerful things rich people do differently. We've studied the self-made millionaires, read the books, and distilled it all down into 5 actionable habits that you can immediately apply to your own life. This isn't about theory. This is a practical playbook, going to move beyond just spend less, save more, and dive into the specific, often overlooked behaviors that build lasting wealth. So if you're ready to stop wondering how they did it and start learning how you can do it too, you are in the right place. Make sure you watch until the end, because the 3rd habit we'll cover is a complete game changer that flips everything you thought you knew about debt on its head. Let's begin. Now, let's get one thing straight from the start. When we talk about rich people here on Finance Habit, we're not just talking about the flashy lifestyles you see on social media. We're talking about achieving genuine financial freedom, the kind that gives you choices, reduces your stress, and allows you to live life on your own terms. This is about building a solid foundation that generates wealth for you, even while you sleep. My mission on this channel is to break down complex financial concepts into simple step-by-step habits that you can realistically implement. The 5 things we're covering today aren't complicated financial hacks. They're fundamental shifts in how you think about and interact with money. They are the building blocks that separate the wealthy from the rest, and I promise you they are all within your reach. So grab a notebook, or just open the Notes app on your phone, because you're going to want to remember these. Let's dive into the first, and perhaps most crucial, habit. Let's start with the most fundamental mental shift. They focus on building assets, not just looking rich. You see, there's a classic difference in how money is approached. Many people, when they get a raise or come into some extra money, immediately think about upgrading their lifestyle, newer car, a bigger house, the latest gadgets. Now, there's nothing wrong with enjoying your money, but the wealthy prioritize the order of operations. Their first thought is, how can I use this money to buy or create an asset? An asset, in its simplest terms, is something that puts money into your pocket, even while you sleep. Think about a dividend-paying stock that sends you a check every quarter, a rental property that generates monthly income, or a small side business that sells products online. A liability, on the other hand, is something that takes money out of your pocket, and that fancy new car loan is a prime example. Drains you with monthly payments, insurance, and depreciation. The middle class often buys liabilities that they think are assets, which keeps them on the hamster wheel. The wealthy, however, use the income generated from their assets to fund their liabilities. So, the car, the vacations, the nice dinners, those are paid for by the assets they built first. Your homework from this point is to change your internal dialogue. Before any significant purchase, ask yourself one powerful question. Is this going to put money in my pocket or take money out? Shifting your focus from appearing wealthy to actually building assets is the very first step toward true financial freedom.
Ow!
Let's talk about the second habit. They have multiple streams of income. Relying on a single paycheck is one of the riskiest financial positions you can be in today. What happens if that one stream dries up? The entire foundation of your financial life collapses. Wealthy people understand this intimately, which is why they don't just have a plan B. They have a plan B, C, D, and E. They build a diversified income portfolio, much like a diversified investment portfolio, to create resilience and accelerate wealth building. This doesn't mean you have to work 3 full-time jobs until you burn out. It's about being strategic. Your main job is your foundational income, your seed capital. From there, you can build other streams. These fall into a few categories. There's earned income from a side hustle, like freelancing, consulting, or driving for a delivery service. Then there's profit income from a business you own, where the systems work without your constant direct involvement. And then there's the holy grail, passive income. This is money from assets you've already acquired, like rental income, dividends from stocks, interest from bonds, or royalties from a book or digital product you created. The goal is to gradually shift the composition of your income from 100% active to a healthy mix that includes more and more passive and semi-passive sources. This not only protects you, but also gives you the time and freedom to focus on what truly matters. Start by asking yourself, what is one skill I have that I can monetize? What is one small asset I can start building this month? This brings us to our third and often most misunderstood habit. They are strategic borrowers. They use OPM. The common advice is debt is bad, and for most consumer debt, that's absolutely true. But wealthy people see debt differently. They see it as a tool. They have mastered the use of OPM, other people's money, to accelerate their wealth. The key is understanding the crucial difference between good debt and bad debt. Bad debt is money you borrow to buy things that depreciate in value and don't generate income. This is your credit card debt for vacations, your car loans, your consumer electronics financing. This kind of debt makes you poorer. Good debt, however, is strategic debt. It's leverage. It's money you borrow to acquire an asset that you expect will appreciate, value, or generate an income stream that is greater than the cost of the debt. A simple example is a mortgage on a rental property. Put down 20% and a bank lends you the other 80%. If that property's rental income covers the mortgage, taxes, and expenses, and the property itself appreciates over time, you've just made money on the bank's money. You controlled a large asset with a relatively small amount of your own capital. This principle applies to business loans for expansion, or even margin for investing in certain cases. The wealthy aren't afraid of debt. They are afraid of unproductive debt. Your takeaway here is not to go into debt, but to change your perspective. If you ever consider taking on debt in the future, the question must be, is this loan going to make me more money than it costs, or is it simply for consumption? Now, for our fourth habit, they invest in financial education. While the average person is being entertained, the wealthy are being educated. They understand that the most valuable investment they can make is an investment in themselves, in their own financial intelligence. You can't outperform what you don't understand. If you are completely reliant on a financial advisor or a friend's hot stock tip without understanding the underlying principles, you are essentially gambling. Wealthy people take full ownership of their financial future. They are constant learners. They read books on investing, accounting, and market psychology. They listen to financial podcasts and attend seminars. They study tax law to understand how to structure their affairs legally and efficiently. This isn't a one-time thing. It's a lifelong habit. They know that the financial world is dynamic, and what worked yesterday might not work tomorrow. This self-education empowers them to spot opportunities that others miss, to understand risk better, and to make calm, rational decisions when the market is in a panic. They don't just follow trends. They understand the why behind them. So, I challenge you to dedicate just 30 minutes a day, maybe during your commute or before bed, to learning about money. Read just one chapter of a classic finance book like The Psychology of Money or The Intelligent Investor. This small, consistent habit will compound over time, paying dividends in knowledge and confidence for the rest of your life. Finally, let's discuss the fifth and final habit. They think long-term and set specific goals. Wealth is not a sprint, it's a marathon. It's not built overnight through a single lucky trade. It's built through consistent, disciplined action over decades. This requires a long-term perspective, something that is often sacrificed in our world of instant gratification. The wealthy are masters of delayed gratification. They can forego a luxury today to secure a fortune tomorrow. This is powered by one thing: having a crystal clear, compelling vision for their future. They don't just have a vague idea like, I want to be rich. They set specific, measurable, and time-bound goals. For example, I will have a net worth of $1 million by age 50. Or my dividend portfolio will generate $50,000 per year in passive income within 15 years. Once that long-term vision is set, they work backward. They break it down into 5-year goals, then 1-year goals, and finally, into the monthly and weekly actions required to get there. This is the power of reverse engineering. Every financial decision is then filtered through this question: does this move me closer to my long-term goal? That daily coffee doesn't seem like a big deal, but when viewed through the lens of a 30-year investment horizon, its opportunity cost becomes clear. This long-term focus allows them to stay the course during market downturns, seeing them not as disasters, but as potential opportunities to buy assets at a discount. Your final task is to write down your own long-term financial vision. Be specific. Then, identify the one small step you can take this very week to set that plan in motion. And there you have it, the 5 powerful habits that separate the wealthy from the rest. It's not about magic or a secret inheritance. It's the consistent application of building assets, creating multiple income streams, using debt as a strategic tool, constantly investing in your financial education, and, most importantly, playing the long game with a clear vision. Remember, wealth isn't an accident. It's a built system, a series of choices you make every single day. You don't have to implement all 5 of these overnight. That would be overwhelming. The real power lies in starting with just one. Pick the one habit that resonated most deeply with you. Maybe it's starting that first income stream, or opening an investment account for the first time, or simply committing to read one finance book this month. That one small step taken today is the seed from which your financial freedom will grow. This is the core of what we do here at Finance Habit, building wealth one habit at a time. Now I want to hear from you. This isn't a one-way street. Down in the comments, tell me which of these 5 habits you're going to commit to first. Is it focusing on assets, or maybe starting your financial education? Let's get a conversation going and learn from each other. Your journey could be the inspiration someone else needs. If this video added value to your day and gave you a clearer path forward, then please do me a huge favor. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Every like and subscription tells the YouTube algorithm that this is content worth sharing, and it helps me continue to create these free, in-depth guides for you. Don't forget to turn on notifications by clicking that little bell icon so you don't miss what's coming next. We're going to be diving deeper into each of these habits in future videos, giving you the exact step-by-step plans you need to make them a reality. Thank you so much for watching. Your time is valuable, and I'm honored you spent some of it here with me. This is your name from Finance Habit, reminding you that it's not about being perfect, it's about being purposeful. Now, go out and build the future you deserve. See you in the next video.